Better put our little flag down there. How's everybody doing? Hey, good to see us. Top of the afternoon to you. Top of the afternoon to you all. Hey, Buckin Billy Ray Smith is live. Interesting. Wow. Nice coffee going on. We got 7 people here. I like 7 people. How are you 7 people feeling? Feeling good? Good. This is good news. Buckwheat, good to see you. Cece, Marsha Allen. Wow. Sam, good to see you. Silver Badger, you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Wow. There's a name I haven't seen for a while. Nice to see everybody. Wow, that went fast. 99 people. It's Sunday. It's 1 o'clock. What happens on Sunday at 1 o'clock? From Italy. Good to see you. Italy in the house. Ah, yes. Charles Myrtle. Right outside the door, brother. Waiting patiently. With bar oil. Saws. Oh, yeah. Sweden in the house. Jimbo. Good to see you, Jim. Maryland. Love your channel. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Who's that? Ah, my buddy Old Schoolin'. Grant, good to see you, bud. Good afternoon to you. From the UK, Paul Wright, nice to see you. We do our Sunday live every Sunday. We've been doing it forever. We've missed a couple here and there through the years, but normally we're pretty on schedule. It seems to be a good day for most people. I know it's getting late in the UK, but there we go. Hey, Buckin. Hang on, friends. Hey, Buckin, yesterday when I was felling a white oak. Excuse me, you were felling a white oak. Does that mean you were cutting a tree down? Isn't that dangerous? I thought that cutting a tree down was dangerous. I thought, I can't do it. Eric got his 592. They're a great saw. I can't wait to get a ported. Honestly, that's the missing link for me, is a ported 592. I want one of those saws. We'll see what happens this year, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited to have one. My 94 is at Donnie Walker's. I'm actually going to run my new 562. I got a wraparound bar on it. That video's coming up. Hey, Darren Widget, file money. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for the super chat. Let's celebrate his 5th super chat. Thank you, buddy. Friends, let's thank the super chatters. Yeah. Just rebuilt the top end of my 365. Good, man. Good to hear. What do we got here? Just updated to a 500i. Pretty sweet saw. Yeah, Bigfoot, they're an interesting saw. They're very, as time has passed, I've had a lot of running on the 500i, and it is definitely a different animal. It's in a world of its own. It's light. It's strong in the big wood. It's good in the big wood. It likes to be in the wood. It doesn't cut small wood that well. I found it, as a rule, it's not that good in the small wood, like limbing and stuff, which is a downfall. I think they're trying to still get it figured out. I don't know. I've kind of lost touch with the 500. I have my 500 and it's here, but I've been freaking loving my 572. It's just a superior built machine. Yeah, it's hard to explain. It's just something in your hands, you know. So yeah, well, you guys know I'm a Husky guy, but they done a very good thing with that 500. It's a very interesting saw. It's a great dumping saw. If you're just dumping trees steady all day, it's good for that. Unfortunately, that's not the only thing guys do with saws. Good Country living with a super chat. Good Country, we love you, brother. Thank you, bud. I gotta take this thing off. It's hot now. As soon as I turn up my wood stove, boy. As soon as I click that wood stove, she just rips right away. She starts getting hot. Brad, help Dad years ago cutting. Remember Dad cutting timber after dark. You know, Brad, it's funny you say that. Everybody, well, not everybody, I can't say that, but a lot of people have memories of cutting wood with people, whether it was their uncle, their grandfather, their friends, their best friends, dad and family. There's a connection through the wood somehow, I think, for everybody. And I don't know what that is for everyone, but I know what it is for me. And a lot of it was necessity. We needed to heat our home, my mom and my brother and I. Yeah. How's the new truck, Jeff? Oh, good. Chris, good. Very good. I like driving it in sport mode with no traction control. The freaking thing burns the rubber right off the tires. I love it. Thank you, brother. Thanks for asking. I still heat. Yep, we do too, Kevin. You bet. We heat strictly on wood. We have a little trickle downstairs on our, on our baseboard, but because of course our wood stove is upstairs. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? In more ways than one. Gainsy's good to see you. For me, cutting and splitting firewood clears my mind. Very good. Abnormal. Good. 32-inch on a 391 with a skip. I don't know what a 391 is. What is that? How many cc's is that, 391? I have no idea what that is. What do we got? Wow. We're moving. I hope you name that truck Raven. No, I won't do that. No, Jim. It's a nice name. We had a dog named Raven. Cam, how you doing? Ewan. I talked to Ewan a couple days ago. Julio. He's doing very well. Very well. Yeah, it doesn't take long to burn fuel in the 500, does it, Bigfoot? Yeah, that's another downfall of the saw, but whatever. I mean, we all know that already. It does things good that you just got to have the fuel jug close to you. You can't leave it too far away. That's another one of them things, but good strong saw. Good strong saw. If all you're doing is bucking, or in the cut, it's fantastic. You can't compete with it weight to power. You just can't. Loving the new truck. Thank you, buddy. Loving it. Super loving it. Hey, Billy. Going good. They're done with church. Now see you live. Had jumped on. Trevor. Good to see you, Trevor Leon. Patrick Frick. Good seeing Hogan. Yes, it was. It's always good seeing Hogan. Kentucky. Hello. Yep. Yeah, no, the 500 is a good saw. It's a good saw. You just, if you're gonna run a long bar on it, you just you need to do a few things to it. Unfortunately, you can't just buy it off the shelf, and I didn't realize that until a little later down the road. You got to beef her up a bit. There's things you got to do to kind of make that saw better out of the factory, but that's pretty normal for everybody when they buy a saw. They like to doctor things up the way they like them, but I do recommend getting the bigger mounts because it is a little bit weak with a longer bar on it for sure. So if that's what you're planning on doing, you can't really compete with that saw power to weight. 28's a great length for that thing. Great length. That's a great thing. If you're not needing any longer than that, that's a great size combination. 28. I'm excited to get into this 562, to be honest with you. For one reason, I can start it like nothing. And so I'm gonna give that thing a go this week. I've already got the wraparound bar on it and the big dogs. I already bought my kit the other day and threw it on there. I shot a little video, friends. There might be some things you want to watch on that video coming up. The little adjuster, the chain adjuster, there's a little plastic thing that holds in, some tips that might help you if you've got the 562. What's the best size bar? Ewan, 90. Hey, Ewan. What's the best size bar for a mid-range saw from the 70s? What's the best size bar for a mid-range saw? You mean like a 266 or something like that? I think 24, 28 in there. Ewan, depends on what you're doing. Depends on a few different things, Ewan, but 24 I think 24 is a pretty universal length. You know, you can still kind of stand up a bit with it, but everybody cuts differently, you know. Everybody cuts differently. I stand up and buck. I don't bend over. It doesn't really make too much sense to me, but everybody's different. Um, 28's a good length. 24 would be nice, Ewan, for what you're doing there too. 24, 28. Yeah, I'm excited about this saw. I'm going to run it bone stock, friends. I'm not going to play around. I'm just going to run the 562 like it came, but I don't think I'm going to run that Husky bar. I think I'll probably go get a chain with 050, or I might even have something here 050. But I'm going to run the lightweight bar on it, 28. It's just better. It just feels better. Everything's better with a lightweight bar. And, excuse me, I'm going to give that a run. So I'm excited. Thank you, Lee. Robert Grenier says, thank you, Lee. Did someone just do something that I missed? Patrick Frook, hope you're feeling better. Thank you, Patrick. We're getting there, brother. We're getting there. Hey, mate from Canterbury, Australia. Good to see you. If you ever come back to Husqvarna factory in Sweden, you have to try real Swedish house-made diet. My mother makes some of the best. I will be coming back. Jim, I will be. I'm a Husky man all the way through. And I was so honored when I got that saw in the mail, friends. So honored. Like that... Even though it's not something I would go out and buy, just the fact that they gave me that saw, just, oh yeah, made me feel so good. It did. It made me feel so good because I'm sure we've sold a few saws for them through the years. So we'll see. I'm Husky, thick and thin, and I'm a loyal man. I would like to see Husky come out with something spectacular. They need something spectacular in my mind. The 592 is a great saw. The 572 is a great saw. But on the big scale of things with the internet, just because something's a little heavier, it's that 572 is a masterful piece of equipment. A masterful piece of equipment with the proper work and the proper exhaust. I'm freaking loving mine. It's my first grab now. It's my first grab. No tuning, no nothing, just flip, flop, and fly. I love it. Obviously, my Hot Rod 72s from the Iron Horse are always right there. I'm not going to get rid of... sorry, friends, I'm trying to catch this here. EFO with a super chat. Something about Cal is trying to extinguish. Oh, California, the gas. Yeah. Oh no, don't get rid of your gas saws. No, don't do that, brother. Don't do that. The 391 is 64 cc's. Oh, that might be a little long. 32 might be a little long for a 64, but who's to know? Who's to know what you're cutting with it? I wouldn't, I would try it if it worked, and if you were cutting up this all day long, it would probably work just fine. But as soon as you get into anything bigger, you're going to struggle, unless it's ported and piped and something crazy. But you can run anything on anything, friends. I ran a 30-inch bar on a 1010 when I was a young man. A Mac 1010, 30-inch bar. That's how I learned how to do all this fitting and adapting, is when I was a young man with just nothing, no money to buy anything. So you can run whatever you want on whatever you want. Then you'll know what it does. But 64 cc's, I'd probably be in the 28. That's probably where I'd be. But if it's stock, but the 391, somebody says a pretty good saw. Now that I see that. That's a still, isn't it? Yeah. I think they're a pretty good saw. 32, give it a shot. Give it a shot. Run skip tooth. Yeah, run skip tooth. Hey, yeah. Did I miss super chats, friends? I think I did. Jim, if you ever come back to Jim, excellent. Jim, thank you so much again for your super chat. Jim, I appreciate you. William, it's going sit. How about yourself? Don't know what that means. Pavarotti all the way. Yeah. Pavarotti's beautiful. She starts nice. That's a freaking wicked saw. Wicked. Pavarotti's one of my, but Pavarotti's something that I knew probably, some of these hot rod saws that Iron Horse built me, we don't really know how long they're going to last. I've got a lot of hours on them now, but I really pick and choose my times when I use those saws. I'm freaking loving my 72, man. My 572, I'm freaking loving it. Hello, Buckin, love your truck. Thanks, Pokey Bear. Thank you. And the new Husky, Pokey Bear. Thank you. Yeah, we do. We do. Good country, it's good to see you. If buying brand new Husky, would you recommend a 572? Well, yeah, I would, because the only other option is the what do you call it? X-Torque. I haven't heard good things about the X-Torque 372, so I don't think I would buy an X-Torque. I would buy the 572 over the X-Torque 372. Just me. Because I think I ran one a long time ago and said, this thing needs ported badly. They're different saws. You got to know how to file a chain. This is what a lot of people's problems are. They don't know how to file a chain. I'm telling you, and I've been saying this forever. People need to learn how to file a saw. These guys running these great big power heads with these short bars. I mean, I don't, you can run you can run a chain all crazy with a big, huge power head bouncing off of things and jackhammering the wood all day long. But if you're running a finesseful 70 to 80 cc saw, like in there, you on a long bar, you want to have your filing straight away. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm a huge advocate of getting your filing straight. Excited to see you run the 562. I've only ran a 460 Rancher. That's a good saw. That's a good staple saw. Benjamin just sent us a super chat, friends. Thank you, Benjamin. What a nice fella. Hello, Buckin. I'm sure I've missed the content that explains what happened. But what happened with your forge and anvil? We gave it away, Lelio. We gave it away to a school in Oregon. All of it, the whole caboose, gave it all away. Yeah. Yeah, I've got footage of them using kids forging with it. It's beautiful, man. It was a beautiful thing. The Lost 40. Thank you, brother. Yeah, we just passed on the gift. I don't know what I was thinking. That learning curve would have been way longer than I was willing to put in. Bonkers. I think I was nuts in the head thinking I was going to do that. So yeah, we gave it to a school. Actually, he just sent me a video. I'll see if I can find it. I stay in touch with him. It's been an amazing thing for them. Anyways, I think I've got a picture. From Nova Scotia, cut hardwood. Mostly 4 chords. Just rebuilt a 359. Great little saw. Great little saw. 16 to 24. Would you go skip to help the saw out? Well, I would try both, brother. It's your experience, so I would try both. I like both, but I think if you were to go to the 24-inch bar, I would run skip tooth chain. That's just what I would do, especially if you need to bite the wood a bit. You got to try these things, or you're never going to know for yourself. You're just going to wonder. And you won't be able to speak to them properly unless you try them, if that makes sense. And you understand the difference. If it's small wood, go full house. But if it's bigger and you're starting to press the limits of the bar, go skip. You know, you know what I'm saying? It's taxing, a little more taxing on the saw. Again, if you run a hungry raker, yay. Sometimes I tell people to just go experience it on their own. That's what I say. Because I'm not really helping you if I say, oh, go do this or go do that. I would say go do both. And then now you've actually gained some experience and some knowledge that you can speak to. Does that make sense? Give me heck yes if you're understanding where I'm coming from here. I'm just a dude who lived on a saw. You know, I just know what worked for me, and that's it. I'm not here to sell you nothing. Have your own experience. Speak to both. Understand when someone says, I put a skip tooth chain on there and it was cutting faster than the full house. And the guy with the full house goes, what are you talking about? More teeth, more cut. Interesting. Do both. Your filing has to be different for everything. It's the relationship. This is the relationship you got to be concerned with. This one. This relationship here. This one. That one. You know what I mean? It's like a planer. Right? You guys won't see it, but that's how chains work. Once you start thinking and looking closer, and Croatia, good to see you. Johnny McCormick. Heck yeah. If the info is a little off, it's a learning experience which will carry you on. If it's just info, it gets lost. Yes, it does, Johnny. You got that right, brother. Thank you to our super chatters. Holy smokes. The Lost 40 with a super chat. Thank you. All our super chatters. We appreciate the snot rags right out of you. Thank you. It is miserable outside right now. Miserable. Tony Ray, good to see you. What's a good bar size for an old 272? 24, 28, right there. 28's nice, but the 272s weren't that strong actually. 28's a good size. If it again, it, you know, depends. It depends. So 24 or 28. That would be my suggestion for the 272. The old 272. It wasn't that strong of a saw, actually. Thunder and lightning. Tina, good to see you again. Yeah, no one runs short bars here. It's not even it's not a thing. It's you know, they don't. I don't know what to tell you. You know, tree services will run you know, it depends. It's so situational. I cut everything with a 32-inch bar. I like the older ones, Ewan. But I'm developing a like for, like this 572. I know I keep going off about it from Husqvarna. I know I keep going off about it, brother. But I've put a lot of time into that saw, Ewan, and it's a little heavier, but it is an amazing power saw. It's so strong in the hands. And when you pipe them, like I do, and you have a sharp, 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 sharp chain, and it's ported, that machine is amazing. I think Husky needs to make a saw in between there. I would like to see them make it in between. The 390 is a great saw. The old 372s, I mean, let's be honest, there's nothing like a ported 371 or a 372. Hey, Bill, just want to say love the last two videos with Hogan. Great stuff. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. Yeah, Ewan, I like the older ones, but I'm beginning to start to like. I'm a low back guy, Ewan. I like the old back 72s, right? Because I'm a hand filer and I put my chest on there when I'm doing. The 372 is by far one of their best saws ever. Any saw in the world, actually. Eric Ellingston, Reverend Sawdust, welcome. Reverend Sawdust, that is a funny one. Eric, you're hilarious. My buddy from one of my buddies, Ian Shaw, his buddy named me that. That is funny. I really like the Pioneer P51. Those are great saws. Great saws. Enjoy the sun. I run a 461 with a 28-inch bar. That's a good one there. Can't miss the show. There's Rob. Rob, good to see you. Laura, nice to see you. New member here. Laura, welcome to you. Laura, everybody welcome Laura. Good to see you, Laura. Turbo. Have to ask those green pants you were in your video. What are they? I need some. Fanner. Yep, good to see you in Hogan. Jeff Outdoors, good to see you. I'm working with 562 Mach 2 5 days a week, 7 hours a day. Marcin, how you liking it? I heard it had problems in the beginning. I heard issues about it. I don't know why they sent me the saw, but I'm going to do them a good turn by running the snot out of it and giving people my straight, honest opinion, because you can't really trust everything you watch on YouTube. Unfortunately, you got to take it with a grain of salt. I mean, let's be honest. So I just want to give an honest opinion of that saw. When I bought one years ago and I didn't like it, but that was the old school one. So apparently this one's different, and we'll see. We'll see. I don't have much experience on them, but I'm going to find out. Yeah. I hear good things about that 550 XP. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have saws like that. I mean, I have a 346, which comes out on a rare occasion when I need to slash prickleberry bushes or something. But I bought those saws freaking years ago when I had the bucket truck and all that. I never did use them that much. I didn't. What do you think about the 372 X torque? I mean, I think I don't know that much about it, so I can't really speak to the 372 X torque. I haven't heard good things. And I don't own one, so I haven't run one. I just know that a low back 372 is a beautiful saw, and you can make anything good with exhaust and porting. That's all I know. So find a good saw, find a good builder, and enhance your equipment. They're kind of stuck a bit, the factories are, with EPA and all that. So I don't know what to say. I haven't heard the greatest things about an X-Torque 372. But I love 372s, so I think you can turn it into something if you wanted to. I just, yeah. I port everything I get. I don't run stock saws, so. Tyler, good to see you. Thanks for popping in. $3.95's always been a good saw. I got one of those. It's a monster. Yeah, it's a monster. Good for big bucking. Yeah, big wood. $3.95's a great saw. Good milling saw. Good big wood saw. How I see it is when someone asks me, what do you use for a wedge banger? I'll say, well, what size is the timber? What size is the timber? I'm not going to pack a 30-inch handle with a 5-pound head in. I'm just not going to do it. I'll pack a hatchet. So again, friends, it's all relative, you know. Fellow leadhead, keep up the great work. Boom, get roasted. Hey, buddy, good to see you. Love and appreciate you so much. Help society. Nice to see you, brother. Goats Firewood says the X-Torque's fine if you leave it. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's probably subjective, Goats, too. I mean, not everybody ports the same as you know, so the piston is too heavy and it tears up the... Yeah, I don't know nothing about that, brother. I just know everybody ports differently. So you're going to get probably different results from the porting. But I've heard an X-Torque, I think it was Donnie Walker. He just did port work, though. He didn't do any machining. He just did the porting. And he said it come up not bad. But I didn't run it, so I have no idea. I can't speak to that. I just know what I like. And that's Husqvarna 372s, hot rodded. And my 572's grown on me. I was surprised, but I put some time into it to get it right. I think a lot of people are sleeping on exhaust. I got to be honest. I think a lot of people, I know it's loud. I understand it's loud. I get it. But I think a lot of people are sleeping on exhaust. I've got a video of a 266 in my yard, me and Morgan. He was cutting a piece of, we did it right on film. We cut through a freaking round like this, and then we cut through, it was 2 seconds faster on a small round of wood like this. Like whatever it was, 15-inch. Just by changing the muffler, putting a pipe on it. I believe people are sleeping on exhaust. They're sleeping on pipes. Thoughts on an older 272s? I wasn't a fan of the 272. The 372 was a great saw. The original 372. The 272's nice. Don't get me wrong. It's a nice saw. It was a high back saw, which I didn't like when they went to that. If I'm not mistaken, I think they went to a high back then, or something changed. But it's a lovely vintage saw. The 272 is a lovely vintage saw. It's basically a 268, I think. I would rather have a 66, to be honest with you. Just me. You have to let him breathe, Freddie says. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you darn do. Yeah, I'm a pipe man. You guys know that. My 500i pipe sure raised some stink out there. Boy, everybody's loving it. Mark says he can't keep up. What's the biggest bar my 50cc Chinese chainsaw can run? It's 2.1, I don't know what that means, 2.1 kilowatts. I don't know what that means, brother. As big as you want to throw on it, buddy. Philippe, throw the biggest bar you can find on there. and work your way back. It's a pretty small saw. 12-inch, yeah. No, I don't know. Gotta go. Wish I could stay, Buckin. Help society. We love you. Help society. We love you. Thank you so much for being here. I like your title. I like it. Well done. Up in the hills this weekend doing some clearing with bringing your axe and need a new test saw. And need to test the new saw. Good man, Ewan. How are you feeling, young feller? Last time I talked to you, felt pretty good. What method do you use for sharpening axes? It depends on what I'm doing. If I'm going to recreate an edge completely, I'll go straight to the belt sander of some kind. But if I'm just cleaning up an edge, I'll just crack it with a stone or a quick hand file. Depends on what's needed. There's more than one way. I'm waiting for the new Husky review you got. Yeah, she's coming up, Chipper. Feel good still. Ewan, good man. Do you tune like a pipe? Do you tune like a pipe like motorcycle? I don't know. I haven't tuned motorcycle pipes. I've just done power saws. I don't put dirt bike pipes on my saws. I just put little pipes because I cut with them. I don't. The only thing I think that dirt bike saw pipes are good for is competition, right? Hot saws, not working in the bush. That's why you always see me trying to build these small little, like bear claw style pipes. And I've built some dandies. My mind was blown what happened to Pavarotti when I put that freaking ram's horn on there. I designed that muffler. That's 100% mine and Mark's design. He built it, I designed it. And I was blown away at what that did with that saw. But make no bones about it. You put that on a different saw, it's not going to do the same thing. I'm telling you. This is why I seen some guy knock off my well, not knock it off. He copied it and someone was running it and it was bad. It was bad. It killed the saw actually. It was bad. Yeah. That's why you see me trying 5-6 different pipes on a saw. You gotta go there. You've got to go there. With your knowledge and ability to teach, Buckin, I can put one heck of an edge on a chain now, just pigging it. Well, brother, then that makes me happy because this is my biggest offering right there to this freaking internet world is get the freaking gullet. It's and all my videos on file and power saw. Plus spreading a little love I think is pretty good too. Lifting a fellow man up, woman and child. I think that's a good offering too. But this has been one of my biggest offerings thus far. There's much more to come. Oh, trust me, yes, there is. Oh, yes, indeed, there is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 572. Yeah, I know the 500 can be a problem. I know. I don't say too much about the 500 anymore because the still guys get their feelings hurt real quick and easy. I said the other day that I don't get the 400C. Like I don't understand it. To me, it doesn't. For me, I'm speaking for me, not the 8 billion people in the world. The 400 makes no sense to me. It's kind of in a weird spot. I mean, the 500 is a pound heavier and it can do exponentially so much more than that. So I don't know, but I do know as I get older, a pound here and there makes a big difference for people. So, but to me at this point in my life, The 400 doesn't make sense. And oh my gosh, somebody got their feelings hurt. Oh my goodness. Husky guys don't seem to care. The Still guys are pretty patriotic. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I've ran them and I don't like them. Just going to be honest, I don't. Sorry, I'm trying to get back on track at the comments here. Billy Block sent a $10 coffee super chat. We love you, Billy boy. Thank you, buddy. Just wanted to stop in and say hi. Nick Beam, long time no see, brother. Good to see you. Do you have any thoughts or experience with the Still hex change? Zero. None. No, I do not. Sorry. I saw Valia earlier. I hope he's still here. Valia, good to see you. I will be getting a 572, saying goodbye to the 500i. Jamie Barkin Spider. I don't blame you, actually. I don't. I don't. They can be finicky. They can. And I don't blame you, brother. Hey, listen. Do you know any old school power saw guys on the internet? I'm asking you. Do you know any guys on the internet who've got experience with old power saws? I'm starting to warm up to some of the new technology. I am. I'm being honest. I'm starting to warm up to some of it and at least understand it so I can speak to it. I wasn't able to speak to it before. I was just like, if it ain't a 372, it's garbage. You know, I mean, come on. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be a man of all seasons. You know what I'm trying? I'm trying to be a man of all seasons. Buckin, give us the full story on your music background. Great feel on the drums, dude. Wooden Stool Studios. Well, thank you, buddy. We don't have enough time to go there right now, but, you know, well, I grew up sleeping behind PA systems at summer music festivals my whole life since I've been a little baby. My mom was rock and roll singer all her life and still is, as a matter of fact. So I grew up around music and it's in me. The big fella dazzled a little bit of something across me when he put me in the mold there. He dropped a little musical earthly rhythm in me. He did. I could always just drum. It's weird. I've never taken, like, you know what I mean? I don't read music. So it's just like certain cultures are good at things. I think I got something mixed in there when I was born. You know what I mean? Thanks for saying that. So I've been playing music my whole life, brother. Value, good to see you. Congrats on 500 subscribers, Tom Black. Tom Black, I love you. Good to see you. I remember watching Bang on the Drums when we were kids. The Progressive Lefty. Yeah, I've been playing music my whole life. Yeah, it's crazy. I got the music in me, let me tell you. I got the music in me. I do. I used to pack my harp to school and I would play at the bus stops for people. Oh yeah, they'd be like, Buckin, get out the harp. I wasn't Buckin then. I was BR. It's tough when you're good at a few different things. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want out there. Why do all the porting and upgrades if you need more power than just buying a bigger saw? Oh, well, that's fairly obvious, I would think, wouldn't it be? The weight? Yeah, I would think that would be the weight. Yeah. For me, that's my answer to that question would be weight. And once you find a style of saw that's amazing, you kind of want to stick with it. But I can't speak to homeowner firewood weekend cookie cutters. I can't speak. I'm speaking from a professional making a living on a power saw, feeding a family as a sole provider with a busted up carcass. That's how I can speak to it. That's the only way I can speak to it. I don't speak to it as some YouTube cookie cutter in the backyard. So I hope that helps. Yeah, it would be weight, I believe. Yeah. Power, safety. Yeah. Safety actually is another reason. And straight up being a hot rodder. I hot rod everything I got. You know, like, let's rewire that sucker. You know what I'm saying? Aha, loud. Some people aren't hot rodders. I was born a hot rodder. Love your YouTube channel. I'm from Sweden, land of Husqvarna. I have a 257 Husky from 1994. It runs like an angel. Buddy, Jorgen, I love it. I'm hoping to come there again. God bless you, Buck. You've helped a lot of us with your content. Ascending Minds. Well, I'm glad, brother. It's real here. I just speak from here. That's all. I can't, you know, you guys know me. Yeah, that's true. Yipper. Okay. There's Bargla again. Bargla. You can always watch Buckin's movies about chain filing and you'll be at home. Well, hey, listen, I got no problem saying stating the facts. And my freaking power saw sharpening videos on the internet are top notch. I'm just going to freaking say it. Come on. Facts are facts. I bite my tongue. I digress. If you've not been helped by some of my power saw freaking close-up freaking videos, and then I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Honestly. I'm trying to get you cutting so you can cut all day long. Not, cut a couple things and then have to file your saw again because it's dull because you got a weak top plate. I look at a chain and I know how it's going to cut by looking at it. I can tell by looking at it. That's where we're at with this game now. I don't need to, like the C85 is going to cut like a Banshee. Stock, it's going to cut like a Banshee. I know it. But what happens when you need to file it now? You grab your 7/32 file and it's going to cut. Here's the problem with C85. Here's the problem. That stuff's going to cut great out of the box. And when you rock it, you're going to go file it. Unless you try and recreate that same thing, you're actually going to be disappointed because you're going to have to set up some grinder or something to get that exact cut because you won't get it with a round file. I'm going to show you something that's going to help you down that road though, because I got one chain, and I'm going to use it. And it's a C85. And I'm going to show you what I'll show you what I would do. It's probably the baby C. Yeah. I'm no good at sitting for long, friends. Matt Man, I love you, brother. Matt Man, friends, let's give some love to Matt Man. I see Matt Man all over my videos, like my most popular videos with 4 million, 2 million, 3. I see that Matt Man. He goes in there every little while and he welcomes everybody to the channel. Matt Man, I see you, brother. I see what you're doing. I love you. I do. Why are you watching the Super Bowl? I didn't even know it was on. I don't watch sports. I watch UFC, that's it. That's it. And maybe the World Cup. That's it. I don't follow sports. I don't even watch TV. Maybe once in a blue moon with my wife on a freaking Netflix or something, or a documentary on somebody like Rocky Balboa, Sly, maybe something like that. But I don't watch sports. No. What do you think of C83? I don't know. Isn't it the same as a C85? What's the difference? Do you know? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Can't wait to see the C85 video. I have one hanging on the wall that needs a tune-up, putting it off. Well, just picking up. You've seen it, right? I don't have it here, but, well, as a matter of fact, tell me what you would do with this. Hang tough. Check this sucker out. You tell me what you would do with this. I know what I would do, and it's along the baby C line. Okay, check this sucker out. Hang on a second. Let me get something straight here. Here we go, right here. C85. Holy smacks, what's going on here? Okay. Yes, I do, Christine. Thank you. Okay, friends. Here, just a minute. I got to get the right picture. I want to show you something. There. Maybe this one. That one? That one? Okay. Hang tough. Friends, Christine just reminded me, friends, I've been testing a leather product, okay? A leather protection product. And I got to be honest, I'll tell you right now, it's through DGP. Friends, I've used a lot of freaking things. What we're going to do with the people that bought suspenders and belts, we're going to send you, Christine again, Oz behind the curtain. She went and bought little samples, and we are going to send, is that what you wanted me to say, Christine? We're going to send you, friends, I'm not kidding. I wouldn't bother you. I wouldn't bother you. Listen, we're going to send folks that bought suspenders and belts a little sample of this, and I want your feedback. We're testing a product right now. Friends, these are nail down, right? These aren't stitch out boots. These are nail down. I'm telling you, I've been running this stuff now on this boot. It turned my belt into something crazy. Lots of love for Christine. Christine, am I doing this right? Christine's going to have axe handles here probably in a couple of weeks too. We got more axe handles coming, and they're freaking deadly. Deadly, handmade by me. Sent to a freaking, it's all coming, friends. So, anyway, here it is, the best I can get it. Take a look. See that? You see that right there? You know what that is? That's the C85 stock right there. So you see what's happening, right? You know why it cuts so good, don't you? Because of that side hook. That's like a massive side beak. We would call that a side beak. That's stock. How are you going to recreate that? It's not going to be with a 730 seconds file, because with a 730 seconds file, you're going to dispose of this instantly. That's going to be gone. This will carry on all the way up to there. This will disappear. Okay? Check this out. Check that out. Here's the inside of it. Look at this. So I'm gonna have a little plan for you. I'm gonna put something together for you, and it's gonna be similar to a baby C, not exactly. Where did you guys go? We got 290 people here. What's happening here? Where'd the chat go? Oh, there you guys are. You took off on me. BuckinBillyRay.com. Thank you. Christine, BuckinBillyRay.com. I was wondering about the hook. Yeah, that's stock. That's stock. That's why it cuts. So tell me, is there anybody there that's run this chain already that got out of the box and was like, holy cow, but then they file it and they go, oh, what happened? Tell me these things, because I'm about to experience it. Do you want to talk about this time going to get? Yes, Christine. So I did right. I did good, Christine, letting the people know with the suspenders they're getting some of this stuff, this leather stuff, and I want to hear your feedback on it. We got 293 people here. I love you folks. It's good to see us. I love when you folks come here. Laura Rose. Yeah, using C85 for the past 6 months. It's disappointing after filing it because it's no different to an organ chain than in use. It's great out of the box and very good once filed. And very good one. There you go. So here's a guy here. Yeah, using C85 for the past 6 months. It's disappointing after filing it. There you go. This is just my assumption by looking at it, friends. I've not run it. This is where my mind is at now after 30 years of freaking doing this stuff. So, and I'll tell you another thing about the C85. Well, it's coming up in my next video. In my opinion, well, you won't see it. Oh, maybe you will. This is the good old EXL. Good old EXL right there. The C85's cut's good out of the box, I can tell already. That was what I was cutting yesterday in that video with the 562. It looks like the same profile as my had it till I got my 592 with 5 extra chains. How can I make that profile? MR Scuba. Well, buddy, I've heard people just use a square file for the top and something else for the bottom. Well, I'm just going to tell you something right now, brother. You can waste all the time you want on the gullet. If you're going to square file, you do what you do. Everybody does what they does, and I do's what I do's. And I've got freaking videos of me with square ground chain cutting through a monster piece of wood, a strip this big with the gullet in, all the way up the whole thing. And then I had another chain with the gullet out completely with a square ground chain. And the gullet in actually was faster and stayed square dead in the cut. None of this double cut flapping stuff going on. Can you tell the guys that square grind who knocked their gullet out of this? No, you can't tell them nothing. Because it's just their system and it's what they do. And I'm not going to try and tell them. But if anybody asked me about leaving a gullet in a ground chain, I don't touch it. I leave my gullet in. It's crazy. I don't touch the gullet unless I'm hand filing round. No, Scott, not yet. It's taken time, but I'm getting there. So yeah, I am, but I'm not there yet. It's coming. It's going to be scary when I am, though. Tell you that. I'm healing a big chunk of these, whatever they're called in there. They called them crystals or calcium or something all in the joint there. I'm healing them up. The body's breaking them down. And out they go, just like the human body is meant to do. We're a healing machine. Trust me, I've been smashed and ripped and torn and beaten upon. And the only operation I ever had was to put my leg back together that got snapped in half. The rest of my stuff, all my broken bones and snaps and rips and tears, the body has healed. And it will continue to heal. I'm not running to the doctor. I'm not doing it. I've had I don't even want to go there. It sounds like a tough guy story. I'm not into it. That's not what I'm doing. I'm telling you what I believe in. And I'm healing. I'm healing. I feel it. I've been through this stuff my whole life. I got a whole nother leg of the race to finish yet. Nobody's cutting me open to scrape anything out of my body. My body will deal with it. Hey, Buckin, a couple of videos ago, you mentioned you were a part of a TV some years ago. What was the name? We did a show called Axemen. There's like 10 seasons of it. I think they tried to reboot it, and that didn't work. We were the last season, me and my boy, and yeah. But you're a tough guy, and you can tell by the way you talk. Oh, well, that's not what I'm trying to do, Scuba. I don't. People who talk tough probably aren't tough. I just be quiet. I don't. No more needs to be said. I notice a lot of people on social media talking what they want to be. They talk about what they want to be. You don't have to speak what do you know what I'm saying? You just do it. You are it. Not telling the world, everybody, how this and how the biggest tree you cut down and how tough you are. You just do it. Scotty Hogan's come so far, eh, brother? I know. Um, 372s cannot be beat. Yeah, they're a lovely saw. Lovely, lovely. Like that bloke with a cigar. Oh, Julio, I couldn't live like that. I couldn't do it. Sitting in a chair, smoking a cigar with a cowboy, somebody filming me. You know, hey, all power to him. But I just, no, I'm sorry. Calling people out, calling other creators out to create, it's weakness. It's not strength, it's weakness. You shouldn't have to tell your people what you are. You should show. Just show. Just be. Don't get me started, Julio. You did that on purpose. I know you did. We got a lot to do, friends. We got a lot of work to do. There's no stealing masculinity going on. There's nobody stealing your masculinity. There's nobody trying to steal your effing masculinity. Don't get me started. It's just more opportunity to be a man. That's what it is. Nobody's stealing nothing from you. You don't need a beard to be a man. If you want to grow a beard, grow a beard. It doesn't make you nothing. God almighty. Julio, you fired me up, brother. I'm looking for an entry-level pro saw. I'm looking for an entry to pro level saws, but don't have $1,000 to spend. I don't know what saws cost, brother, but I would just, if you're looking for a saw, buy the saw you want. Save the money and buy the saw you want. Don't buy crap, especially with power saws. You'll be sadly disappointed. Just save up and buy what you want, brother. I don't know. Save up and buy what you want. So, Husky or Still, that's what I suggest to you. Echoes are okay. They're a little less priced, and they're good saws. You could buy an Echo, but if I don't know what you're doing. So, yeah. How are the new battery powered? You'd have to talk to somebody who's run them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how battery saws run. Echo for the amount of cutting I do. Yeah, Echo's a little less expensive, and they do make good saws. So Echo might be something for you to look at, because they're kind of a semi-professional saw. Yeah. Eric, I'm just a guy cutting wood. Buckin, you've taught me more about saws and files than anyone else. Keep it up. Oh, good, buddy. Eric, that's good to hear. Well, that's what we're here for, pal. You know, that's what we're here for. To help folks out with their power saws and decisions. And I can only I can only speak to stuff I know about. I don't know about battery saws. I know about professional saws. I wouldn't touch a Chinese saw with a 35,000 foot pole. Just me. I believe a power saw with its origins should be a very well-made machine. That's all I'm saying. Because if you don't have a well-made machine, you're going to get frustrated and angry with it. And you don't want that style of tool in your hand getting frustrated and angry. You want efficiency. Echo has always made good saws. They've just never made the bush. 462 is a good saw. I like the 462. I've only ran it a couple times, but when I ran it, I enjoyed it. Patrick, good to see you, brother. So I suggest save up the money and get a professional saw. Yeah. Yes, I have. Do you ever cut with still saws? From time to time. Not very often, but from time to time. I have a 500i. Someone gave me a 362, which unfortunately, I don't run that size of saw very often. And it doesn't get used very often. And so I don't really run still that often. I run their topping saws. But now that Echo's on the scene with the little 2511T from Ripsaw, like I don't, you know, I'd have to, yeah, I don't run a lot of stills. Yeah. Anyway, friends, I got to thank everybody for coming in and, you know, chatting and being part of this thing. Julio, you cheeky guy. How are you liking the new truck? Eric, I love it, brother. Love it. Enjoy the rest of the day, Buckin. You too, 63 degrees north. See ya, critter. Yeah, thanks, Scott. I really like it. I really like it. Yeah. Anyhow, friends, we're gonna roll. I'm gonna get going. I gotta stand up. Yeah, no doubt, eh? Yeah. My ported has my, yeah, I know that little 2511 from Ripsaw. I gotta be honest, I don't see any reason for, I know that sounds crazy, but if I was, you know, in it steady, I'd probably run the 201 still steady. But when I go climbing a tree now, I'm running that freaking 2511T. I can get by just fine with it. It's all in the filing. I like the lightweight of it. I mean, when you get old and smashed up, not old, but older and smashed up, weight becomes an issue. Weight up here. Weight down here is a different ordeal, right? You can hold things differently down here. But up here, I like the lightweight. Take care, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to all our super chatters and our moderators and everybody that was here. It's good to see everybody. Go enjoy your sports. Love yous all, friends. Work hard, be honest, and be kind. Thanks for the coffee, Billy.